Welcome to the Intimate Room. This is your girl, Janine Latrice.
This is your boy, Pico Black.
And I'm Victor Silas. Where's Brown Sugar?
Brown Sugar Baby was on the other show. She gone. Y'all know I change up like I change shoes.
Oh, my God.
Oh, well, she gone. That's over with. Kind of like what we're going to talk about, relationships and social media.
No, we're talking about why most people are single.
Oh, that too. I'm sorry. We're talking about why people are single, but it's still related to social media in a way.
Okay.
Somewhat.
So why people are single?
Dive in. Why? What's your thoughts?
Well, me personally, I think people are single because they listen to what's going on around them instead of listen to what's going on in front of them. You know, people will hop on social media and somebody say, "Hey, if your girl ain't doing this, she ain't doing that, leave her." And people actually do it. It's just like the Barbie movie. And you know what happened to the Barbie movie.
I didn't watch that either.
I know,
but I'm not basing my life on nothing, on no Barbie movie.
It's crazy because people feed into this stuff. I mean, every man is not going to be that guy. Every woman is not going to be that woman. You get with what you got. You work with it. You pray on it. Hopefully, you can build a future. If not, oh well. But you can't go off what somebody say like, well, she toxic or she this and that, or if she ain't cooking and cleaning, you dump her. You don't do that. You don't do that. And people take that stuff to heart. That's why the stuff is so big now. The battle is man versus woman.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people break up and they don't want to sit and try to work things out. They'll just go because somebody got a podcast and they said, hey, a woman supposed to do this and a man supposed to do this. Well, you ain't doing this, I got to go. And they go.
So talking about the podcast, so that's why the cost of microphone are going up.
Because everybody got a podcast and got something to say.
You know what? It sure is. I noticed. I'm like, wait a minute.
Microphone has gone up with the price of
crazy.
There used to be a lot of microphones in Amazon.
You used to get deals.
Now every microphone is now a hot commodity.
They selling it like that.
They selling like
podcast setups. Yeah. The whole complete
you get the whole box, the whole thing now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's a very interesting point that you made. So because of to add to that, you know, the noise, the ratio of the noise and the signal, because already now people, we've talked about this multiple times, when people are not really thinking, everybody basing their life off, oh yeah, what this person is saying on social media. I know, especially I will keep talking about is social media relationship experts. A lot of people are, basing their relationships and everything on what they hear on all these little snippets, TikTok videos, Instagram, and all of that. But another thing that a lot of people are, people are single is because of now relationship is commercialized.
Right, right.
Relationship now is all about money. It's all about, okay, if I'm with you, you need to pay me this. If I'm with you, you need to, you need to first. We all know, we've had this many times. This is a very old conversations. By the time you say hi to me, you have to pay me this.
Right.
By the time, first, if you don't take me to this restaurant, this type of restaurant, a 5-7-star restaurants, then we can we can have a conversation. It's all about which of my bills are you going to be paying. It's about, you mentioned the other time that a lady wanted to be a stay-at-home girlfriend. I mean, I think that is stupid. So I think that's the reason why, because now relationship is being commercialized. It's really so it's really not about two people finding connection anymore. It's about what you got.
Exactly.
What you got.
What you got.
What you willing to do.
You want me to, then
you got to pay for it.
Then bring your
sounds more like a business relationship to me.
It's all about wallet. It's all about how big your wallet. And that's why all your social media relationship expert now talking about is somebody's making 50,000. So, but the thing is that, okay, if who are the one that's gonna date the people making 50,000? So it means that they are ruled off, because I think that's just some of the issues that we relationship, because sometimes social media will blame one set like for instance, I've seen many times most of this blame is for the men. Oh, the guys today don't want to be married. The guys today don't want relationship. The guys today don't want nothing. But sometimes, people, we don't really, look into this issue from magnify glass to see, okay, what is really the cause of this? And that's really one thing. And that's why a lot of people is like, okay, if it's all about this, people with real connection, they're not gonna, want to mess with all of that.
Exactly.
They don't, some of them, a lot of people just want to, okay, I stay on my own because of one, to connect to that too. Whatever they're gonna be looking for, they're getting on the social media. Because you go to social media, it's saturated with all this nonsense and all this, Instagram models doing all this stuff on social media. Who gonna want to find authentic relationship?
They're not.
Because everything there is, they can get it very
right
easy.
there, yeah.
They don't have to fight for anything. And then you said, oh, guys are not planning dates. Guys are not taking women serious. No more. Because women are also not serious for themselves and themselves. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say it, but a lot of women are not taking themselves serious.
No
so
fight
how
here.
is somebody going to take them, take them serious? No disrespect.
I don't put myself in that category.
And you right there, what she just said. She don't put herself in that category. That's like one of the most logical answers you can ever get from out of anybody.
Because it's
If
not.
the shoe
How would I take offense to something that don't apply to
that
me?
don't apply to you. Exactly. And that's what I be saying.
I'm not offended at all because some of it is true. It's very true. Otherwise, we wouldn't have so many people putting their business out on social media. We wouldn't in business like your body all the time because that's all it's about. It's all about getting a back shot as you're walking away. I mean, how much of that can you really do? Like, come on. What's in your brain? Like, what else do you have besides that? Like, okay, body killing.
Right, okay, yeah.
Great.
I think ever since
So it's the next 80 women,
Right, because everybody can go buy that body now.
Exactly.
Everybody got the same body. So
Exactly.
what else do you have? Like,
Can you hold a conversation?
It's very interesting that I was really talking about it when I was like really looking at some of these, bullet points, and that's one thing that I was really talking about because one of these things that you are going to do this because you want to flaunt it over there on social media. What a guy is going to do? Guess what? A guy don't want to, it's not going to have any connection. It's just what you're selling.
What you're selling, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't get mad at them.
Right, and then tomorrow, you guess what? You're gonna say, guys are scum.
All
You
men
don't
are
know
dogs.
the real behind it.
They don't know the real you because you never present it.
Exactly.
Like
Right.
you have this person, this image of social media, and then when you meet a person, they're nothing like that. And then it also has the reverse effect, right? Because it happens to me all the time. I kid you not.
What?
People develop an idea of who they think I am. Right.
When they meet you in person.
And then they meet me because I don't meet too many people in person. Don't even think about it.
She's private.
Very. But people have, and I get it in my inbox a lot. Oh, you seem to this and this and that's. Like, how do you make that judgment based
even know
on
me.
you don't know me? You don't know
know
anything
me.
about me. I don't post my personal life.
You never did.
So it's like, but people make assumptions based on what they think you want. Or one man told me I was
Here we go. Let's laugh. I know it's something.
Okay.
He said I like to tease people, and I post pictures to tease him and everybody else. And I was like, really? Okay, but I guess. And you're
That's a
just
new one.
no because I don't respond. Like I'm not. You can't jump in my inbox and have a conversation with me because I'm not here for that. Like
He said you teasing people.
you just like you're a big old tease. If that's what you think,
What?
hey, keep watching, keep hitting the like button, share.
All right.
Right. Tease all you want. Hit that button. Hit
Let's
that
just
shit.
keep my Facebook
Right.
check coming. All right.
Oh, yeah. You see, that's the thing. That's one of the reasons why, because,
Kidding.
and I don't like to, okay, here's one thing that I don't, sometimes for me, one thing that I always do is that I always want to know the origin of everything, because I want to think deep about, okay, because, we live in a world where people are not taking accountable of their actions and all of that. You know, and when all this happens, so people think about, I hear everybody talk about, oh, the relationship, the dating pool, thank God I'm out of it, you know. Thank God.
Look at Victor
you know,
over here bragging.
Bragging rights.
Yeah, I can say that again.
I ain't got to do that no more.
I ain't got to do that no more.
Yeah, I don't have to.
Me and Pico over here struggling. Struggle is real.
For real, man.
Pico is not struggling because Pico is on going to Vegas every other week.
telling you,
How is he struggling?
He got a secret relationship over there. He ain't telling nobody.
Okay. Please don't tell his business out here.
No.
That didn't happen.
We're gonna start conspiracy
I
theory.
do not. I just go to Vegas and have fun. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, Pico. We're gonna talk about that another day. Okay.
Type of fun.
Whatever. Back to the show.
But I think back to your point. I think I blame Fashion Nova because ever since Fashion Nova,
What?
I mean, Leyland's Closet.
Free promo. Say it again.
Leyland's Closet, some of the best clothes, but none for men though.
No, I blame them because you know things used to be decent on social media until Fashion Nova came up. Whatever year they came, I can still remember. You know, will you say that's true?
Because not every connection though.
Because every woman, you know, most women on social media, especially Instagram model, they want free clothes.
Oh, because of influencers.
Yeah, they want to be influencers.
Okay,
and,
you had me lost for a minute.
Yeah, I'm like, what? How Fashion Nova happened? Wait a minute.
That's what they do in reality shows, like we talked about.
Yes, they did start that big thing.
Okay,
I'm a storyteller.
Yeah,
you know. I like to just keep you a little suspend, you know, so you can think about a little bit what I say. Sometimes if you don't understand what I say, just take a moment.
Think about it.
Think about it. You get the picture, you know, because I think they've been into stuff. But will you agree that before them, that things was a little decent on social media?
They weren't. I probably say that. Yeah, you're probably right because. After that, you got people just doing things just for the views, just to sell a product, right?
True.
So you getting on on social media half naked half the time, but then you also have the influx of people who started with the body work. So we can blame them for a lot of things because there's not one natural model on Fashion Nova.
Wow.
Not one. None.
That's
they
sad.
don't exist.
It is sad.
But that's what social media push. You know, that's what they push. You know, redefine beauty and, you know, and all of it. And all of these things are nonsense. It's really, 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 really nonsense. You know, so.
But people who keep it real, I mean, because if you compare Fashion Nova and then you go compare Savage Fenty.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what that is.
That's Rihanna's brand.
Oh, Rihanna. Oh, you lost me with it. Okay.
So that's her brand. She has the most natural models that I've ever seen. And when you look at the website, it takes you back a little bit because it's like no edit, no cut the fat roll off, no natural, no big boobs, no. I mean like women that look they're natural. Men too. Do you have men with bellies? You know what I'm saying? Plus size men. I'm just saying. I've never seen that. She's probably the only website where I've seen actual real
that's good,
bodies.
That's beautiful.
Good.
Actually,
that's good.
I mean, because it's a reflection of what you gonna really look like. Like
of what is.
You gonna buy something and be like, you don't look like that in that when you get it.
Right.
And the thing is, like, they have versions of, okay, this is what a smaller woman looks like. This is what a medium-sized woman looks like, and this is what a plus-sized woman would look like in this outfit.
Misleading. Okay, so that's just that's one of the. You see the reason why I blame them. So that's one of the reasons because there's so many things out there, and nobody's taking anybody serious anymore. You know.
Nope.
Another thing is that which we need to talk about is a lot of the stuff that why people are single. So you just take time and go through all the things that we've mentioned one by one. Another thing is unrealistic expectation. It's still tied down to social media.
Yes.
Yeah. Expectations.
My favorite right now is the bouquet of $100 bills that look like roses.
No, I'm not doing that.
24 $100 bills
What?
from the average person is not realistic. But if you get $24 bills,
right,
you mad?
That's right, exactly.
But that's all. You know what I'm just saying. That's not real, people. Like,
but don't that kind of defeat the purpose of getting the roses? A rose is a sentimental thing.
Exactly. Like, I don't, and that's just me. I mean, and maybe that's like why there's no thought put in that to me. Like, anybody can go withdraw some money out the bank and put it in a bouquet.
But that what makes people to see, okay, this is this.
He really loves you.
Yeah.
Because he gave you $2,400.
Yeah, there's so many lists now. So that's also tomorrow you'll be surprised. So if you're not doing this, then I don't, remember that what is it called? That sound on TikTok. This is my type of vibe, Yeah, if you do this, then I'm a roll with you.
Right.
I rock with you with this, and that's the thing where, we've talked about this list where everybody's having lists today, and you think that everybody this doesn't work for everybody.
It doesn't.
There's somebody that will really, really care, love, protect, and provide you. He may not even want to do any of those because you're already going with predefined. Remember one of the lists that we talked about some years ago in the show where a lady wrote a list if his man is not eating sugar.
Oh yeah, I remember.
If he doesn't love sugar, he can date somebody. He can date somebody who, if you buy a dog from the breeder, he wouldn't date somebody who will buy a dog from the breeder.
These expectations are crazy, man. They're like crazy. I was watching one, and you probably seen it, Janine. When the lady was, she was a young lady. I think she was dating starting to date this guy, and he told he gonna buy her lunch, and he sent her $30, and she was like, "What's $30?
Yeah, it
That's
wasn't
nothing."
enough.
She was like, I was expecting at least $100
for lunch.
I'm like, who eats $100? I don't even eat $100 worth of food for lunch.
Because if you were buying lunch yourself, you're not spending $100 on lunch.
Yeah, on lunch. What are you eating on lunch?
But the comments, man, they like, well,
He
you know what?
cheat.
Maybe he cheat. Well, maybe she deserve. I don't know. I'm like, dude, nobody. First of all, lunch is only 30 minutes. Let's just be honest. You gotta grab what you grab and go back to work.
You need a burger, or you need a sandwich,
Right,
or you need
a salad or something.
Or a salad. That's what you need.
She like, what I'm gonna do with 30? I'm like, you know what? Send it to me.
Where you eating lunch at? Like, seriously.
You know what she eating lunch at? That 7-star restaurant Victor talked
The
about.
7 stars.
You see, when you do all of that, because sometimes let me correct this impression. Sometimes it's not somebody. It's not that this person cannot do or can give you 100, 200. The person can even give you up to 500. But the person is talking about longevity.
Right. Exactly.
It's longevity. Yeah. How long? Okay. Do I have to keep sending you for lunch $100 every day for lunch?
Right.
How is that planning? A lot of people don't see relationship past the first date.
They don't.
It's literally, what can I get from you today?
Right.
Or where can I just get free food?
Yeah.
There was a study that says that, especially in New York,
they go
that a lot of women we're going to go on a date for lunch.
Just for lunches.
Plenty.
Yeah. I'm sorry, women again. I'm talking about. I'm not attacking women, but that's this is
you got
this
some
is
whole
real.
men out there too.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah, it's true.
You're right. You have men that use women. So,
they use women for a place to stay.
That's true.
I mean, it's both ways.
It's both.
It's both ways. So
exactly.
Sometimes if you are really looking for, a relationship with somebody, you have to get past, where are we going today? How much are we we're paying for this?
They took the fun out of it.
Because that's not, there's no longevity in that. This person might even come buy you $500 lunch. But if it's somebody that is thinking tomorrow, okay, I want to settle down, I want to build my life, and come on, you want to keep wasting $500 for somebody who doesn't want a relationship because you want him to or she to see you like you got it?
Exactly.
No. A lot of men don't want to do that. I wouldn't do that. If I see something with you, I want to build with you.
You're supposed to build. Exactly.
No,
they want it now.
People don't believe in it. They don't want to take the time to build and get to know people. They just want it through the door. Like, first date, I need to see that popcorn relationship. You need to see everything they have on the first date. Is that realistic? Absolutely not.
A lot of people are not going to tell you.
He can provide you with a good dinner and buy you roses and doing all that, and then the next day he crazy. And then you end up in a situation like whatever the lady named, did I marry?
No, let's call it that. That's the thing.
But I'm saying, what are you basing your relationship on? What are you investing in? Like he did all of these things for you in the forefront, and then you realize who he really is later.
That don't make
And
sense.
you want to do a 50-part series?
Right.
Right.
Hey,
And then, no. Here's the thing: when you talk about this things
Crazy.
like this, everybody gonna say you're a victim blaming. I don't care.
It is. I mean,
Care about that stuff?
man.
You know, they're talking about you're a victim blaming. No,
How do you know? You don't know what she's been through.
You don't either. Nobody does.
Nobody knows but her and him. That's
Exactly.
it.
We don't
It's
know.
not
The
like
whole
we was
thing
there
could have
like-
been. It could have been a skit.
It could have been rigged. Exactly.
We don't know that.
But that goes back to the first episode we just had. People just fall into stuff so fast, man.
Yeah,
because
that's the society we are now.
Drama.
Yep. And then what happens with that is now I hate Janine.
It's always Jenny.
It's always me. It's okay.
No, I'm just usually because you and then you say
It's
you'll see
okay.
something. You'll see
Used to
something
being hated.
that's male bash, and
It's
you like, you know what? Nah, I hate Pico.
Nah.
Okay.
I don't
You
do
see what I'm
that.
saying, right?
I get
Yeah.
it, but
I know you're not gonna do it. You better not.
You know another reason why people are single because people go into dating shows thinking that they're gonna find a relationship.
But you're not.
Dating show is not meant for you to succeed.
nah.
The dating show is created to entertain.
The dating game played out years ago.
And then the constant comparison to what social media and people are posting, like comparing everything. Well, you watching TikTok or you're watching Instagram and you see all these people doing all these things, or he's flying to Dubai and he's taking her. That's not realistic because one, who work? If you got a job, you ain't taking off unless you just don't work. And he like, what? That's not real.
That's
so
true.
you want him to take you to Dubai and then y'all don't have no rent for the next 6 months. Like,
You're gonna be saying bye-bye.
I'm serious, but people have to live within their means. Not saying
Yeah.
that you can't do it if you have the money to do so, but you cannot look at social media and look at all of this stuff.
No.
A lot of this stuff is not even real.
It's not.
The
It's
people
not.
take snips of things and
Yeah.
post things that are not even theirs, add it into a reel, and make it seem like it's more than what it is. And now you're oh well, why don't you do that for me, babe?
It's content. That's what it's called.
Did y'all? Wait a minute. Did y'all see the dating coach? She's an older woman. She's up. She's like 60 something, and she was like, if a man's not giving you no money, leave him.
That's what she said.
Yes.
Okay.
Because they got this thing that because men are providers. Meaning the last time I checked, men only provide for their wives. That's it. I'm not talking about like sister or nothing like this. I'm like, I can't date you, and then you say you're gonna provide for me. No, you're not my wife.
But they're missing that part.
Exactly.
Because every relationship, like that's the thing about it. I said it last time on the show. A lot of social media relationship experts don't understand the dynamic of a relationship.
They don't.
Don't understand what a relationship or how it works because some of them don't have or some of them don't date men. So how they gonna understand? How they gonna understand?
They don't.
Yeah, like you said, you provide for your wife. You can help your girlfriend out.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
take care of
There's
your
nothing
girlfriend.
wrong with that.
Can lead to
Exactly.
marrying her if you see a future with her.
Exactly. But you can't get mad if you ain't paying my bills. I got to
On
find
day one.
somebody else. Right. Felt them find somebody
But
else.
I really think so. On the flip side of that,
There's no flip side.
there's always a flip side.
What is the flip
So
side?
the flip side is this. So if you say that I can't provide for you because you're not my wife, but then you expect the woman to do wifely things. And I think as women, we have to know the difference, right?
What is a wifely thing?
What's a husband thing?
A husband thing
It's
is to provide
providing.
for
Exactly.
his wife.
Right. I mean, some people value not having sex before marriage.
I mean, that's a
right.
good thing.
And not living in the same household.
That's
or
a good thing.
Okay.
treating your boyfriend like he's your husband. Like certain things.
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying.
You have to wait for. But I think the lines are blurred at this point.
Exactly.
There's no
Everybody's
line.
doing
No, there's no line at all.
right. It's just they're just not everybody's
blurred.
doing everything
We're doing
because
everything.
people don't operate from the same values anymore. It's not marriage is not the important thing anymore. It's the wedding.
The wedding is important. Yeah,
The
people want
wedding is
but not
the
marriage.
party.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
The party is important. So it's about even with that, you see people who just some people just go to a courthouse. And then it's like, oh, your husband don't love you.
Yeah.
You
people say I had like, yeah, I
Why
had that
would
too.
you have to go? But then you see people spend all this money and then they're divorced the very next year.
In 6 months.
Right. If they make it to a
Yeah,
year.
yeah, it's
so
gone.
is it about the party or is it about who, and even with like the ring, right?
Lord, you gotta have the Lord of the Ring.
Right.
They gotta have the biggest
You want 6
ring.
carats, but this man, making $60,000, $75,000 a
He
year,
can't
he
afford
can't
that.
afford that. So
Yeah,
is it
it's-
about what the presentation is or what's really behind the person? And I think that's why a lot of people are still single.
You're right.
Is because they want
The expectations is too
all
high.
of these things that's in the forefront and not really love, friendship, value.
That's gone.
Sincerity, loyalty. They don't care about that. What you got for me today?
That's it. That's it.
They can think past the date. Oh, we're gonna go to 7-star. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep saying 7-star. I don't know if there's a
way
7-star
up.
there.
Because sometimes you need to sit your butt at home.
That's true. Cook.
What happened to
Right.
being
Bring
at
some
home?
food over, right?
Yeah, cook at home. Make some dip.
Ooh, what I did.
Watch chips and
That's
watch
why.
movies.
That's why Pico came to the show today for
I
the
thought-
Yeah, he
We
came
did.
for the dip. That's all.
I'm gonna say this live. They tricked me.
There's no dip.
I'm out of here.
But we have
Oh.
cheesecakes.
I know,
Janelle brought
Cheesecake.
cheesecake.
You did about. Hey, she can cook some cheese.
Don't know.
And your
Chinese-
And your Chinese
Lies.
food is waiting for you upstairs.
Oh, yeah, we gotta wrap this up. No, I'm just playing.
Don't try to take nobody to no Chinese restaurant.
Talking
They're gonna
about I
cuss you
brought
out.
you something
Right,
and it's
right, right.
leftovers.
I just bought you some of this, girl. You eat this food.
Don't. Yeah, was you
Hey,
gonna
Gina, I got a question for you.
Okay.
What do you think about?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What do you think about
Why do I feel you always attacking Janelle?
He keep trying to get me.
Because I can't attack you. You're
Okay,
guys.
okay.
What do you think about the? What do you think
I'm
about
ready.
the ladies that say, in order to date me, you got to make $500,000?
I think it's bullshit.
Oh,
Can you
you've
look
never
right there and say
cursed
that?
before.
I know.
I haven't had you
I
curse.
didn't know how else to say that one. I'm sorry. It's bullshit.
Okay.
That's just so extreme for you for
Yeah.
her to curse.
I'm shocked.
It's not even realistic.
makes
My thing is, how
$500,000?
much do you make?
50.
No, I'm just saying. How
No, I'm
much
saying
do
they be
you
like, well,
make?
they be like, well, girls.
If
one
your
people like, I make
requirement,
$70,000.
if your requirement is how much did you say, 500,000?
Mm-hmm.
Then how much do you make?
Exactly.
Because I want to advise. Look,
Because if it's all about if somebody's paying you based on what you think you look like, so does your value depreciate as the days go on because it's not going to always be there.
oh, you used my term.
So do you depreciate in value and you lose your value as you get older? Like
the
Now
term that I
you're
used
cooking.
2 years ago in the show.
That's what
and
I'm
you didn't
saying.
like
So
it, and you're using it today.
I'm just saying, it's like you right.
She
You
evolved.
right.
She didn't like it. She hated that term.
But it could have been context too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it just depends. Like, are you property is my whole thing. Like, cars depreciate.
True.
Assets depreciate. So what are you really saying when you say, well, you need to make $500? Okay, about $500,000.
$500,000.
Then what does that say about you? Because what happens if it's not your money though? That's what I don't get
And that's
about
it's his money. It's
people
that
put
person's
value
money.
on a man and say, oh, he has to make this certain amount of
That's
money.
his
Okay,
money.
that's his money.
Right.
But
Yeah,
what if
leave
he
nothing.
decides to get up and walk away from you?
And you left with nothing. And
You have nothing.
And guess what? You're gonna go make a 50 part series.
Yeah, you
Right.
gonna make it fit. He did this.
He did this, and
that.
I lived this life,
Well,
and the
but again, it was
expectation
your
was this.
Exactly.
So I don't. For me personally, I don't value what a person makes.
Mm-hmm.
I don't base my life around money, so to speak. But I mean, we all need money. You want to
Yeah,
do the
that's
best,
true.
but
Mhm.
not.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna just date you because your bank account is large. Because
that can still means trouble. That because your bank account's large doesn't mean he won't.
he
No.
can treat you like
crap.
like nothing.
Right,
Like
exactly.
So of course, and then he apologizes every time with a purse. Like, but how many times you gonna apologize? And purse is like,
Your eyes went out.
Right, that is big.
right. I'm sorry. Here's a Birkin bag.
What color is that purse?
You can't even see for the light of day.
Yeah.
Because what?
But you see, with what you just said, and tomorrow, if you want to say something, because again, I see what I see is there's a lot of ways to weaponize people saying the truth, because with what you just said, and then this is what you wanted, and
Right.
this is what you stayed for, and tomorrow you tell somebody, no, maybe there was something, and you're gonna be victim blaming. Everybody like, oh, you don't care, you're victim blaming, but. Come on,
No, we have
let's
signs.
speak
Just
the
like
truth
just
on
like
what
men
really-
have signs.
Exactly.
You ignore the fact that this woman is toxic because she got a big booty, right? You ignore the fact that
Oh,
this
Janae's
man
not playing today.
Nah,
Ain't playing
you
today.
ignore the
Wow.
fact that he's abusive because he has money. You let
it
him
goes on, but you're
disrespect
right.
you
It goes
and
on.
talk to him because
She's right.
the first sign of a red flag for me,
You out.
you raise your voice at me. Done. Who are you talking to? I mean, because I just came from a different place, in the time that I've never seen my father yell at my mother.
Exactly.
So I come from I expect different things. So when you do that and you're elevated, I'm
There was
like,
no Instagram. There was no TikTok.
there was
then.
right. You can't control yourself. That's what I get from
That's-
that.
that's true.
You don't know how to have a conversation without screaming at me. we can't have a reasonable discussion.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm already done. The communication ain't there, and that's like number one.
So
You know what? That's interesting.
that's why people are single today, because of, we've talked about Instagram, the noise, the ratio of the noise and the signal, because everything relationship expert on everybody, is a relationship expert on telling people why they should, there's this laundry list of where you shouldn't go on a date and where, if a guy is not doing this, if it's not how people's going to get married. And that's why we talked about,
Right.
That relationship today is being commercialized, and I also did mention the last time, earlier on, I know how there's this video I watched, and again, it wasn't a skit. It was very real. Where I've seen it multiple times where somebody's talking about, okay, if a guy, even the husband is not paying her, then she's not gonna have a baby. Now, will you, in your right senses, wanna even be with somebody like that? And I saw another one that says that, in order for her to go to the other room with her husband, that she has to pay her $5 million.
Who got $5 million?
Like,
Even if you do, that's
that
just
real?
crazy. Like, why would you want to be in a relationship like that?
You paying?
that's why people are single. That's why a lot of people are single, because of all these things. Now, who would date somebody like that?
People who only want money.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
the only thing that they care about is money.
That's
They
true.
don't want a real relationship.
don't.
All they care about is money. Those
They
are
want the
not
money, they
people
want the cars
who want to be. They want to be on social media to flash and make their life look like they're so happy
Oh, I
and
got
everything is so well put together. And I'm a boss. I'm a bad. All of that.
Can't say the other word.
I don't say that word. Sorry. The bad B.
Here's a hint. It starts with a B.
Starts with the B, ends with the H.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
But what does that?
Okay, that's-
but what
okay,
does
go
that make you? You see what I'm saying?
a parasite.
Exactly.
Leech.
What does that
Gold
make you?
digger. Can we go on?
A parasite.
And it works both ways because you got some of these men out here doing just the same.
Yes, you do.
No, I mean, I
Like-
agree. It's both ways, because
both
It goes
ways,
both
yeah.
ways, but
it's messed up. Relationship
It
is messed up.
is. It's
Nobody want to
sad.
be in a relationship, because
No,
again, they're getting it.
They're getting wrong information
They're
from the wrong
getting it
source.
from
and it's so many, and like you said earlier, Victor, so many, it's so flooded. Like if you are one of those people that are just heavy into social media all the time, probably ain't gonna be in a relationship with Janine Carter. More than likely, because I'm not the person who's gonna post our every move on social media.
That's
I'm not gonna
useless.
post. I probably won't even post you.
Well, you
So
even say your full government name.
I give
She on fire today, boy.
I give
I'm finna move
people
my chair.
the disclaimer, and I kid you not, there is a disclaimer. I probably won't post you on social media
Really? Why?
because I just don't.
Okay, we'll talk about this another day. This is
just
going to be a
don't.
topic. Well, let's talk
I
about
used
this.
to a very, 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 very long time ago. But when that relation, and it was kind of like that. And the part of that is we were actually happy. But then when it wasn't happy, I didn't post. It disappeared.
Wow.
And nobody ever knew. They're like, oh, and then my status changed. And I didn't change it right away. I let it sit for a while, and then I changed it. And it stayed that way, and it's going to stay that way until I'm married. So when it go flip from single to married, y'all will know. Just saying.
Do you smell what the rock is cooking? She on
There
fire
will
today.
be no in-between sessions. Engaged.
It's the shirt.
Dating.
It's the shirt, Vicky.
Yeah.
Brown
Brown sugar,
sugar.
baby.
She snapped out.
This shirt is giving energy. All right, so
saying.
that's just a quick recap. I want to do a quick recap. Why most people are single? Unrealistic expectation. So, and we talked about relationships being commercialized.
Yep.
It's all about money, money, money. What you got? What's the size of your wallet? What you got? And you also mentioned about it's all about the image and the redefined beauty on social media and if you ain't got this, if you don't do this, then we're not gonna be. It's just all about also the noise.
Yep.
So with this is really I think if you really want a relationship, you have to just block yourself from the noise, turn off the noise,
Right. Exactly.
and build something with somebody. It doesn't matter what people think or what the standard of relationship. Somebody doesn't even. Sometimes somebody might even want to be serious with you, but he doesn't have to take you to a 7-star restaurant on the first date to be serious.
That's true. That is true.
Because with things is just so easy now for everybody. All these places, people can just get whatever they want. So people should go back to understanding the real relationship and how to build relationship.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And again, don't go on Love is Blind and think that
don't do that.
You're gonna find relationship. No, those shows is not set up for you to succeed. Show is set up for drama.
And
nobody's there is ready looking for a relationship. Everybody's just chasing clout. That's my take. I'm out
chasing now. So. Yeah, that's you just said a mouthful, Victor. So everybody's.
Thank you.
Everybody's trying to keep up with the Joneses. What works for them might not work for us. If he can afford it, I can't afford it. You shouldn't get mad at me and say, well, such and such husband or boyfriend can do that. How come you can't do it? Maybe I don't have the money to do it. Let's get back into the basis of what relationships are. What happened to just basic stuff? That stuff is gone now.
There's no basic stuff anymore. There's inflation.
They don't. Right, inflation.
It's gone. Just
basic has been increased.
Right. I heard this woman on TikTok. She was like, she meet guys. She was like, but I want to go out to a fancy restaurant. How many walks on the beach can we have?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. I heard that.
Oh, you heard that? Yeah. I'm like, dang.
Yeah. Okay, let's wrap this show up. Because
I'm like, you know what?
If we want to talk about this, we can talk about it 100 days.
Use my number. What's your thought, Janine?
No, I told you how I feel.
Yeah, she ain't got to say no more. She burnt it up.
No, don't get her started already.
Rewind, because if I start now, it ain't going to end in the next 2 seconds.
Don't get her started.
Whenever she wear this, tune in. It's going to be a hot show. She's going in on everybody. She ain't taking no prisoners.
Just saying. I'm just trying to be real. Because this is not reality TV. This is
this is real.
It's unscripted.
It's unscripted. I say what I feel.
Saying our perspective, how we feel.
Yeah. You don't have to agree. I don't care.
You really, exactly. You can get mad all you want.
It's my opinion.
Who cares what you feel about, man? She's telling the truth.
I am who I am.
Yep. So, can you take us out?
Am I taking us out? Dang, I was heated.
Take us out, G-Ball.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Bring it down a little bit.
Bring it down.
Let's go, killer.
Follow us on social media or wherever you listen to your podcast. We are on Instagram. We are on TikTok. We are on YouTube. Hit the like, subscribe, share, drop ideas. We got a couple of ideas on one of our other shows. So we appreciate the comments. Keep them coming. And that's it. I'm Janine Latrice, a.k.a. Brown Sugar Baby today.
Again. Oh, she came back. I thought she was gone.
Yeah, she back. It came back when she was
fired
snapping
up.
out. Bam, back.
My name is Victor Silas.
And I'm Pico Black saying take care of yourself and each other. And Janine's on fire.
Peace.